Well, it's been a wild ride. After we spoke last time, I was able to go to be sworn in beginning of January, and then I was too close to my due date to be able to fly back to Washington. There's a point at which you're restricted because it's unsafe, and I was at home for a couple weeks before giving birth to Sam. Amazing to welcome this baby to my life, but tragic what has happened every day since, with what's being dismantled at the federal level and what it means for the rest of the kids in the U.S. My older son is so excited to be a big brother. I have a 5-year-old, and his name's Davis. He's the best. And I have little Sam, who's now 3 months old. It's challenging because, this morning, like all mornings, some are good and some start off with difficulties getting the kids out. And, my toddler was having a bad morning, and then Sam started crying. It's just those moments as a mom, it's really navigating too. But I'm lucky to have a supportive partner. It was really inspiring to see how many women were moved by seeing me show up with Sam when he was 4 weeks old, because there was a vote that I needed to be there for, and they were unwilling to make accommodations for our circumstance. And thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today with my newborn Sam. And I think it's because so many women are facing the same struggles of how to navigate taking care of their families and making sure that they're doing what they need to at work, and also facing hostile work environments that are not friendly and accommodating and understanding. We were able to come together in a bipartisan way. We had a broad coalition of support, and the Speaker refused to bring it to the floor. So we went through what's called a discharge petition to force a vote on the floor, where it actually goes around leadership, and only 5 and 25 years have ever passed, and we were able to get enough signatures to force a vote. Ultimately, Speaker Johnson tried to kill our ability to vote on it before it came up for that forced vote. Once we overcame that, he then adjourned and completely halted business for the rest of the week. He was able to put it in a rule where Republicans were put in a position where they couldn't vote no because they'd be voting against many of their number one agenda items, and could face, primaries. And so ultimately we weren't able to overcome that, but we did get very close to actually getting it done. I know if we had a lot more moms in Congress, things would look a lot different for this country. Definitely not giving up. We'll be bringing back the proxy voting resolution. We'll see when the best opportunity is, but I know that Democratic leadership is very open to looking at this if we're able to get the majority in the next election. I think that women who want to know what to do, definitely follow us for updates and ways to engage, but we need more women in places of power, whether that's in the boardroom or in government. We need moms' voices represented. There's too much at stake for the future of our kids, so there's never the right time to run for office. I used to do candidate recruitment, and I was trying to talk a woman into running for office who I thought would be great. And she, when I was walking her through, what to expect and that it's never the right time, there's going to always be reasons not to, she said, well, it sounds like having a kid. And so she accidentally recruited me into being open to having a kid, because it's never going to feel like the right time, and you're going to make it work, because that's what moms do. Yes, Sam is going to DC with me next week. Next week would mark the first time that I could have officially been back if my resolution would have passed, and I could have voted remotely for this time. I was still working in the district, but as you know, I've already flown back 4 times. This will be his 5th time to DC next week. So I hope that my son feels proud that I'm his mom, and that I went to fight for all the kids whose health care is on the line and food and support, because couldn't be more at stake right now. It's so hard, but you know, nobody fights harder than a mom. This issue is not going away. We're not going to stop fighting, and we're going to get this passed. But I hope we can ultimately bring Johnson to the table on this. Very lucky to have these boys in my life.